Bitcoin trending out sideways right now. Can we expect another move up, or are we getting ready for a possible dump back down to the lower numbers? Well, if y'all stick around on the channel, stick around on this video, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, then y'all can be warned on every single Bitcoin move that is about to be made. So thanks for coming back to the channel, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. If y'all are brand new to this channel, we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace on this channel. If y'all are interested in checking out how to get that indicator, y'all can check out CryptoFace's channel. I have some links down in the description box below if y'all are interested. But yeah, we trade with this indicator, and it's doing really good for us as of right now. So we're anticipating something pretty big coming up here in the next couple of hours. Probably within the next day or so, right before the halving. We'll see exactly what happens. The halving, I think, happens on the, if I'm not mistaken, here, let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it happens in a couple of days, if I'm not. So in 6 days, which would be the 12th of May, and that would leave us on next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, we could probably expect something to happen right before then. You know, as some people are saying right now, it's buy the rumor, sell the news, but that's yet to be determined. You know, we could see a nice little spike, but we're going to look at the charts to see what they might be telling us too. All right. So, yeah, don't forget to check out all the links in the description box. We'll go over a few of those here in a little bit. But looking at our 15-minute time frame, you can start to see that during our daily open, we did have, like, the bulls wanted to take control. I hopped in on a short a little bit too soon here. The bulls took this back up to about that 9K area or 9,100 area. And then now we're starting to dump back down. We had our blood diamond here, and we have another blood diamond right here on a sell signal as well. Having some death crosses happen here as well on our key EMAs. Our money flow starting to round off just a tad bit. Some trigger waves being put down here on our cipher blue wave 2. Moving into our 30-minute. Our 30-minute also, well, money flow is moving sideways here. We can start to see that we are putting in somewhat of a little bit of a bullish divergence here, but those sometimes don't play out too crazy on our lower time frames. So, but we'll take it into consideration. Nothing really too much to tell on the 30-minute, 45-minute. Also looking like we will get probably another cross here pretty soon. So I like to anticipate these squeezes here, and likely something might occur during our EMAs when they start to squeeze this price. We can see that our money flow is still kind of trending out sideways just a tad bit, putting in a lower high on these on our green money flow as well. So we could anticipate maybe another move down. You know, we've been in this structure for a while, since our run up to that 9.5K area, or that, yeah, just about that 9.5K area. So you know, now we've been kind of trending sideways. We really haven't seen a major price movement as of yet. So I honestly really hate trading these sideways movements like this, but if that's what the market wants to give us, then we have to really just dive into our analysis a little bit deeper and such. So I know some people are calling this maybe a bull pennant, but you know, depending on how we break out of this structure, that's yet to be determined, and we'll kind of just have to play it, you know, day by day from there on out. Now, what's really noticeable here on our 1 hour is our 1 hour starting to also have this rounded money flow here. It just means that money is coming out of the market. People are taking their profits, maybe anticipating that this could be a top. And so one thing that I see here is also our EMAs are also getting squeezed right now too as well. Blue wave is also coming down to the bottom end here. So we could expect a nice little squeeze out of here to the bottom side. So depending on where we would like to retrace back down to, that's yet to be determined as well. We could probably draw some fib channels out here in a little bit, and then decide how much we think we might retrace back down. I know some key areas of support I had my eyes on were about that 8,500 area, and we did come back down to retest 8,500 right back at about here, and we made a substantial bounce from there. But now if we come back down to retest this 8,500 area again, are we going to hold it as support? That's yet to be determined. If we do break support at that 8,500 area, I would expect maybe us to come back down to that 8K or that 7.9K area. And I know that that's been a price target for myself as well. Looking here at our, did we look at our 90 minute? We may have looked at our 90 minute. Our 90 minutes really telling us the same story on our 1 hour though too. Money's coming out of the market right now. It looks like people are trying to take their profit or whatever you may have it to say that, hey, like that was a pretty good run up, substantial run up to that 9.5K area. We may be looking at some moves to the downside here. 2 hour, we haven't really cut below our key EMA here, but we are looking at this next EMA here at about 8,500. So that's another area of support that I could see us come back down to retest. Money flow is also kind of trickling down just a tad bit. Our blue waves are putting in somewhat of a couple of trigger waves here, indicating that, hey, like this next move to the downside could be pretty substantial, to where we probably will put in a big green dot maybe here on our 2 hour as well. So that's something that we need to be considerate of. Guys, if y'all are interested in trading with us, I do have a private trading group that y'all can join. I have only one more spot left for the 35% off membership. If that spot gets filled, or by the end of the week, by Friday, I'm gonna raise the prices back up again. So you want to make sure that you can get in that one spot that's left there. We're having fun. I recently just added a trading bot, and everyone's really enjoying the trading bot action that's happening there. So I highly encourage y'all to come check that out with us as well, moving forward from here on out. So when y'all do get signed up, make sure that you message me your Discord name, so that way I can give you access to the private category on Discord to get the bot signals, to get my private daily analysis of the charts, also private altcoin chart reviews as well, and then you get access to all the private videos that are in the Patreon page as well too. There's a lot of good information in there, and I highly encourage y'all to watch those videos when you do join, and then I'm sure most of your questions will get answered, especially about the charts and how I have them set up on my screen to help y'all set them up pretty much the same way as well. So 4 hours, very interesting here. 4 hours still looking really nicely into that green money flow, but as you can see, we are starting to put in some trigger waves down here. So these trigger waves are equaling out that they are going to be trying to push our money flow down just a tad bit more. So as we start to putting these trigger waves, it's basically like a catalyst to start to move this money flow back down a little bit lower as well too. And so you can tell on our 4 hour, we did have our buy signal on our 4 hour. Now, whether or not we have the momentum to come back up and push a little bit higher, we are getting a red dot as of right now. We are really struggling with support and resistance on our key EMA here at about 8,800. So, if we start to break below that 8,800 level, our next EMA is sitting at about 8,100. So that could also be another clue that if we start to see this money flow round off, our trigger waves are being put in as well too, that we could anticipate maybe a move to the downside. But there's, because we had such a substantial run up and our money flow is trending to the upside here, especially on our 4 hour, we will most likely see some some Darth Maul wicks happening. That happens a lot in this market, and you really have to determine it's because our time frames don't line up as well as we would like for them to. So making sure you use your proper risk management when you are taking a trade is key. And you're not going to be able to trade every single day too. That's one of the things that a lot of people mistake sometimes, is that they try to over trade sometimes, and when it's time to sit on the sideline, it's time to sit on the sideline, and you sit on the sideline and you suck it up and you wait for the play to come to you pretty much. So also here we're looking at our 6 hour now. Our 6 hour is still holding support above our key EMA. We did dip down back below it, we are putting in some trigger waves down here on our 6 hour as well too, maybe indicating that we will have a red dot that will appear here on our blue wave. Our money flow is still kind of holding us afloat as of right now on our 6 hour, but maybe the whales haven't really they're not seeing some of these whales on the smaller time frames just yet say, oh hey, we're getting out of the market, and then maybe later on the whales will see that everyone's starting to sell off and be like, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and dump the price, you know. So that could happen as well too. I would say we need to break support of our EMA here at about that 8,800 level again. And then if we break structure there, then we could definitely anticipate a further move down. But as of right now, we are putting some red dots here on our mid time frames, that 4 hour and possibly that 6 hour soon. It looks like we already have a red dot on our 4 hour or 8 hour. Looking at the chart right now, you can see our trigger wave down here. With our 8 hour money flow still trending out to the side just a tad bit. It's looking pretty healthy for the most part, but it's not looking as good as it was on our 4 hour. So we could definitely anticipate maybe our money flow starting to move out sideways just a tad bit more, and as this trigger wave starts to play out, then we start to move back to the downside again. So that's just something we need to keep an eye on as well. If we start to break structure of this EMA here, then yeah, I would expect us to move back down a little bit further. Guys, if y'all are interested, also I have a YouTube membership page that y'all can join up if y'all are interested. It's basically just a way for me to give you your private chart review. So if y'all have altcoins y'all want me to look at, fiat currencies, or traditional stocks y'all want me to look at, y'all can get subscribed to the YouTube membership page, and then message me what chart you would like for me to review, and then I can review it for you. So it's just another way for me to help you out using the market cipher indicator that I have purchased. So if y'all are interested in that, feel free to check it out. It's a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page and the trading group if y'all are interested in that. Then also the newsletter is free to join. If y'all would like to sign up for that, y'all can sign up for it. I do giveaways every once in a while. And then also it's just an easy way for y'all to keep in touch with me if I have any changes going on the channel, or if I want to share some articles with y'all. So when I do send out the newsletters, usually I'll give you one of my private videos that I give my Patreon members. I will also include it into the newsletter as well. So feel free to get signed up for it. It is free to sign up for, so I highly encourage y'all to check it out. And yeah, if y'all want, also, the Discord server is free to sign up for, but you want to make sure that you abide by the community rules and guidelines. You won't have access to the private trading group category in there, but you will have access to at least ask us questions. There's a few more channels in there that hopefully will be of some help and reference to you moving forward or starting your journey in trading also. So come in there, ask us some questions. When you do join, you'll be taken to a community rules and guidelines page. You just want to click that green checkbox in the down in the list there, and then you'll have access to the full server. So it's just an easy way for me to weed out other scammers and bots too as well. Then also the Telegram channel is available if y'all want to also just stay up to date with what I have going on. The Telegram channel and announcements page is in there. I'll put news articles in there sometimes, and some other fun stuff as well too for y'all. So moving back into the charts, looking at our 8 hour here. Yeah, our 8 hour is giving us that trigger wave down to the bottom side, but also money flow is kind of moving out to the side, as you can see, moving on into our 12 hour. Our 12 hours, so we are getting these sell signals here on our higher time frames. It's just something that we need to keep close eye on moving forward from here on out. You know, the fact that we are starting to get some of these sell signals here on the higher time frames will have a bigger play in the overall structure too. So our key EMA here is sitting at about the 8,600 area. We could come back down and retest that 8,600 area. That is a key area of support that we've been kind of holding, especially here on our 12 hour. And to see whether or not we bounce from there, that's yet to be determined. Now our money flow is still looking pretty healthy here for the most part, so I wouldn't expect a, you know, moving from here into these higher time frames, it's going to be really hard for us to break that 8,500 area. You know, we've came back down to retest it once again, but we didn't break below it. Now, if we come back down to retest it, our money flow is still kind of holding us afloat here. So who's to say that we even come back down to retest that 8,500 area? You know, this pennant could play out for the most part. This pennant could, you know, somewhat play out till the rest of May, if anything. You know, May 8th, May 9th, May 10th. So I think we have until next week to determine what Bitcoin wants to do as far as the halving goes, whether or not it's buy the rumor, sell the news, or there's a substantial pump, you know, during the halving itself. So that's just something we're going to have to keep a close eye on. But I definitely feel like we're going to be trading sideways for a tad bit longer until we decide what direction we want to break out of. Looking at our 21-hour, we are seeing another sell signal here too as well, but money flow is still keeping us pretty much afloat as of right now. So I wouldn't anticipate a big sell-off, if anything, for the time being. Moving into our 1 day, no sign of a sell signal just yet on our 1 day, still holding us afloat for the most part. We are putting in a red dot up here as well, but our EMA is sitting at about 8,200, 8,300-ish area. So another key area of support moving forward. Let's move into our Bitstamp chart, and we'll dive into some of these higher time frames for y'all. Give me a second here. If y'all are interested in upgrading your TradingView plan, I use the TradingView Premium plan. Y'all can find the links in the description box if y'all do want to upgrade. If y'all are using the Market Cipher Indicator by CryptoFace, then I would at least suggest that y'all use the Pro Plus plan. It allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen. As you can see, I have my buy and sell signals, and then also I have my Aldo EMAs up here as well. Those are both custom indicators that I teach you how to set up inside of the Patreon private videos page. And actually the Aldo EMAs is a custom code that I'll actually give you inside of the Patreon page as well. So I tell you how to get all that set up once you join, but if I do want to upgrade, feel free to check the links in the description box. And then also I use the 3 commas bot to program DCA bots on leverage exchanges. So right now I have a bot set up on my BuyBit exchange, and I let it trade for me pretty much. So I can monitor it for the most part and adjust it as I please, but it really is a simple way. If these exchanges get bogged down for the most part or whatever, then I can pretty much limit in and limit out pretty quickly, adjust my take profit without having the exchange having to worry about adjusting it through the exchange and having it bogged down on me, especially like if you're running it on a slow computer or whatever. But 3 commas allows you to pretty much monitor and remote trade from that exchange for you. And so one cool feature is that I've actually got a friend to split the price with me in 3 commas, and so I trade her account for her using my bot that I programmed, and also trade my other accounts as well using the 3 commas bot. So it's pretty cool. Like if you want to, you know, help a friend out, or if y'all want to go in on the bot or the 3 commas platform together, then y'all can split that cost and you can remote trade from one account, which is pretty cool. Also, if y'all don't want to, you know, leverage trade or trade at all, if y'all are just wanting to buy and hodl, then make sure you have a Ledger Nano S or X. Check the links in the description box if y'all are interested, but it is probably your first step into becoming a crypto enthusiast, is to make sure that you have your own hardware wallet, that you are keeping your coins off of the exchanges, not your keys, not your coins, right? We all know the thing, be your own bank. We all know the sayings, right? So pick up a ledger, make sure that y'all are staying safe and, you know, not hodling on exchanges, if anything. Most of us in my trading group use the BuyBit platform. So if y'all are interested in checking out BuyBit to leverage trade, it's probably the most simple platform for me, at least. You know, I've heard of other few exchanges out there that I haven't really checked out, but I like to use BuyBit. If y'all want to check out the links in the description box, feel free to check those out to get signed up. Once you do get signed up, the cool thing about BuyBit is that it allows you to paper trade on here. So whenever you get signed up, ask chat support how to access the testnet. It's like a two-step process, and then you can paper trade BTC and make sure that you're profitable trader. Make sure that your algorithm's working. Make sure that you understand what limiting and marketing orders are, and how to ladder orders, how to adjust leverage, all that jazz before you actually deposit your real BTC onto the exchange. PrimeXBT is another cool exchange, and what's cool about this is that it allows you to leverage trade the S&P 500, gold and silver, fiat currencies, all using Bitcoin pretty much. So definitely a cool feature there. If y'all are interested in that, feel free to check it out. Let's jump back into the charts here. So we're looking at our daily right now, and I did want to go into our 2-day. Our 2-day is getting this bullish cross here, which will be of support for us moving forward. So about that 7,800, that 8K area will be of relative support for us if we do decide to come back down and retest that area. As you can see, we are kind of looking like we do want to top out here on our Cypher B pattern as well moving forward. So you know, what's very interesting is that we had this relatively nice push to the upside here, all the way to that 10.5K, even when we were in a red money flow. And so now we're actually kind of moving into a green money flow. So, you know, we could end up coming up here, putting in a red dot, consolidating out for just a tad bit, let the halving take place, let people maybe sell off just a tad bit of what they want to sell off, and then maybe make another move to the upside here. That is a substantial you know, that could happen if anything. That's but as moving forward, you know, we just need to be aware that moving into this green money flow, that should launch us up just a tad bit higher if anything. But we need to be aware that we are at major resistance right now, and you know, it's going to take a lot of volume. If we do decide to break through this point, I would expect a large amount of volume to come through. I would expect maybe a little bit more consolidation out to the side, and then possibly another shot to the upside here moving forward. And then we could definitely see some action take place and some liftoff happening for us there in the near-term future. Moving on into the 4-day, let's see what's going on here. 4-day also anticipating these bullish crosses here, which will be of major support for us going forward. 4-day also money flow is kind of moving to the upside here too as well. So I could see that, you know, I don't want to get too bearish right now either. I know a lot of people are anticipating that we go lower, but at the same time, we held support about that 8,500 area, and that could be relatively good support for us moving forward. But we need to be aware of what's happening here and look at every single indicator before we get too bullish or bearish just yet, right? Moving on into our 5-day, we've already had that bullish cross here at about that 7,700 level as well too. So that's another good indication that that will be of major support for us moving forward if we do decide to come back down and retest those areas. But I do want to also look at money flow. Money flow is also moving to the top side here, indicating that we could be moving into that greenish area sometime pretty soon, maybe going on into the rest of the month of May. Kind of looking back here at our 6-day, money flow still moving to the side. We are seeing this nice little push to the upside here too as well. You know, this is looking pretty bullish for the most part. Looking at our 6-day and our weekly time frames, they look relatively bullish for the most part. So I would expect a little bit more consolidation out to the side, and then once halving time comes, then the halving will probably bring us you know, another move to the upside if anything. That's kind of what I'm thinking, is that we might have a little bit of a sell-off after the halving, but then once the halving gets here, then we'll decide to move back up. Our 2-week has a green dot now on it as well. Let's take a look at our 21-day, see what's going on here. 21-day, no sign of a green dot, but almost there. You know, but we are seeing these trigger waves, so that's kind of concerning. If maybe we can actually push above these trigger waves and make a new higher high on our Cypher B blue waves as well, right? That's what we would probably want to see, get back up above this 13 EMA here, and maybe hold support above it at about that 7,900 8K area. But I think for the most part that's relatively what it's looking at. We'll take a look at our monthly here. We are putting in a green dot on our monthly, so you know, we're really gonna have to see how this kind of plays out. The fact that we were just kind of still trending out sideways here, making lower highs on our blue wave, it's a little concerning. But I think moving forward from here, we'll see whether or not we can have another big push to the upside, especially on our monthly time frame, with our money flow also kind of moving up to the top here too as well. This green dot could just send us, you know, back up to making a bigger structure here, maybe even retest those possibly that 10K area. I know a lot of us have been looking for 10K. I've been looking for 10K, and I think that 10K is in the works, to be honest. So that's why I don't want to get too bearish as of right now, but we will have to consider it moving forward from here on out. So guys, I want to thank y'all for coming back to the channel. We'll go ahead and end this out. To check out the Brave browser, the Brave browser is a very lightweight browser. It allows you to browse the web ad-free pretty much. If you do want to opt in on ads, you can get paid out in BAT token every single month. So as you can see, I've been accumulating BAT token, and what I'll do is I'll click an ad in the bottom right hand corner when I'm opt into earning some ad revenue. I'll click those ads in the bottom right hand corner. It'll pop up, and then it'll compensate me in BAT token the first week of the month pretty much. So very cool feature for Brave browser. It's just a super simple browser that is ad free all the way around, and so it's really neat and convenient. I would suggest y'all check it out. It is probably the browser of the future for sure, and you can add all your same Google Chrome extensions to it if you'd like to as well. Check the links in the description box if y'all are interested in that. CryptoTab browser is another browser that allows you to mine Bitcoin. So I don't really use this to browse the web necessarily, but I do mine Bitcoin from it. So I have it running on 2 older laptops that I don't really use anymore. I just have it running as a background process pretty much. But I have it running in the background, and it is collecting BTC for me. So it is mining BTC using that hardware on those old laptops. And then also there's it's in the Apple Store, it's in the Google Play Store, so y'all can check out y'all can check out the apps in the store, and feel free to run it on your phone in the background process too as well. Don't forget to add me on Instagram and Twitter if y'all are interested in that. There is one more spot for our trading group special, so make sure that you get signed up for it. I want to see y'all in there and join us. Prices will go up once that spot is filled, or by Friday prices will go back up. So thanks for being here again with me today, y'all. And you know, use proper risk management if you are trading these markets. It looks like we are in a very volatile, choppy time right now too. So we just want to take extra precaution here and not bet the farm on these sideways movements pretty much. So we're getting ready for the next big move, and I hope that you are too. And if you want to join us for the next big move, feel free to find us in that Patreon page as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that way y'all can be updated every single video we make on this channel about Bitcoin. And I'll see y'all in the next one. CTO signing out.